So everybody likes dogs. Labrador Retrievers, German Shepherds, Golden Retrievers, hot dogs. People like dogs. Why not an underdog? What's going on, people? Welcome back to the Reaper, Jack the Reaper, and I got another banger video for you guys today. But first off, like, comment, subscribe. Let's be special, baby. Let's be special. So right off the bat, I think Alabama's probably going to beat Cincinnati tomorrow. Cincinnati will start out strong in the first half, but they're usually a weak team after halftime. So I think Alabama's going to win. But for a second, let's play devil's advocate. Let's see what happens, baby. Sure, Bryce Young won the Heisman, but this is the weakest Heisman class we've had in years. The weakest that I can remember, at least. I mean, Bryce Young came in by a landslide, and Aiden Hutchinson came in second. I like Aiden Hutchinson a lot, but for reference, Chase Young, who plays the same position, came in third place back in 2019 with 2.5 more sacks and more tackles for a loss. Now, that's just saying that this Heisman class, compared it to the 2019 class, wouldn't stack up as well. Also, at the time of this recording, the SEC is 1-4 in bowl games and currently losing to Tennessee is currently losing to Purdue at halftime, so if that continues, it'll be 1-5. This is not the big bad SEC that we're used to seeing year in and year out. These teams are kind of weak this year, honestly, underperforming this year. And also, let's look at the fact that Alabama is missing one of their 1,000-yard receivers. John Mechie, unfortunately, tore his ACL against Georgia. Best wishes out to him in a speedy recovery. It's a bad injury. I wish him the best. But Mechie's out, and Jameson Williams will be playing. But the next closest guy on that Alabama roster had 333 receiving yards. So it was a very pass-heavy offense this year for Alabama. And when the passes were going, they were going to either Mechie or they were going to Williams. And without Mechie, we'll see who steps up, who they're going to go to. I think they're probably going to go to Billingsley, the tight end. But Billingsley, he's been a little lazy. And Nick Saban's come out and said publicly he can be as good as he wants to be. And that just kind of shows you that he's a little lazy. His talent kind of got him to Alabama, but he's just not kind of putting the level of work you need to get to that next level, get to that O.J. Howard level. Now, Cincinnati's got two cornerbacks, both with NFL talent. Gardner was a consensus All-American NFL talent, currently second overall cornerback in this year's draft. I think he's the second best behind Andrew Booth. But consensus All-American, first team All-American on top of that, and in 3 years at Cincinnati, he has not allowed a receiver to catch a touchdown pass on him. That's a pretty good corner. I mean, you can put that guy in Williams and have him battle it out. The second guy, Brian, is the other cornerback, currently 10th in the cornerback ratings that are eligible for the draft. So NFL talent. But it's going to be an interesting battle on the outside to see how those guys compare. Alabama, usually, historically a very run-heavy team. But this year, they're just more of a pass-heavy team with Bryce Young. I mean, that's just how their offense operates this year. And we'll see how those cornerbacks can match up, limit the receivers getting open, and hopefully, clamp down on them, make a statement. I want to see a little clapping, a little clap back at those cornerbacks, I want to see some whatever they do. I want to see them do stuff, make a play. The key, though, to this whole formula, though, for Cincinnati upsetting Alabama is the pass rush. You have to get to Bryce Young. You just have to. I mean, Bryce Young against A&M and Auburn is different than the Bryce Young we saw against Georgia or the Bryce Young we saw against Mississippi. It's just when Bryce Young has time in the pocket, he's a very good passer. He's short, I will say. He's only 5'11", so you can kind of mess him up, disturb him a little bit. He's not a big guy, not overly big, kind of looks small out there, but he'll move around a little bit. He's not out there juking guys, breaking ankles. He's more of a kind of a Russell Wilson operator, kind of cool operator in the pocket, knows where to go. But if you disrupt him, mess him up, look at the Seahawks this year. The Seahawks have a losing record in the NFL, and they got Russell Wilson, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. It just doesn't always work out. But A&M and Auburn were both able to get to the quarterback, disrupt his timing, make him move around, feel uncomfortable, and A&M won, and Auburn probably should have won it. They kind of messed it up, though. I will say they kind of messed it up, but they have the opportunity to do it, which is great. And also, which Alabama team is going to show up? There's no yummy rat poison out there, as Nick Saban likes to call it. There's no yummy rat poison going up against Cincinnati. You're expected to blow Cincinnati out. When you're going up against Georgia, there's tons of that yummy rat poison out there in the media saying, oh, this is the best Georgia team ever. Their defense is the best ever. They're going to beat Alabama. That didn't happen. Alabama had to play up to their competition. In this, we got to make sure that Alabama doesn't play down to Cincinnati's level in terms of the athletic talent. And if they do, things could get dangerous real fast. Luke Fickell's got a nice squad. Cincinnati is motivated, highly motivated to be there. They were kind of gypped last year, so this is their year to be there and make a statement. Everybody's expecting Alabama to go in there and blow out Cincinnati. What if they don't? The SEC is in a down year right now. The Heisman's in a down year right now. Why not have a down year for these big teams in the playoffs? Why not have Michigan? Why not have Cincinnati make absolute statements this year? Ultimately, though, it's going to come down to Desmond Ridder. He has to be dynamic. Saban struggles against dynamic quarterbacks. Traditionally, when the Alabama team struggle, they are playing a dynamic quarterback. Don't be afraid to use your legs and make Alabama respected. You don't have to get 100 yards rushing, but let's say you get 1 or 2 big first downs scrambling the ball. Guess what? They have to respect that. Will Anderson can't just pin his ears back and come after you. He kind of has to sit there and kind of make sure you're not rotating out or going to blow right by his gap and get that first down. That's going to be the big thing. But ultimately, I'm excited to see what happens. I think Luke Fickell's a good coach. He's going to have his squad ready. I do think that it's going to be a very close first half, closer than people think. But I think in the second half, Alabama probably blows away. But if Cincinnati pulls one out, that would be great. I would love it. The college football community would absolutely love it. I am looking forward to this game. It's going to be absolutely immaculate. It's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a good game either way. But the big game I'm looking forward to, though, is Harbaugh and Georgia. But either way, it's going to be an exciting day of college football playoffs. That's all I got for today, people. As always, have a great day. Tell somebody you love them. Deuces.